previously on Days of Our Dice. The sentient blade Gravesunder revealed its hunger to Krothar, offering power at a terrible price. Within the walls of the company tower, Jack Moonstrider stood caught in Malveth's truth spell, forced to reveal the hidden hand that guides them all, the Order of Aurelian Scales, ancient manipulators working from the shadows. The rescued Thalia Dusk Whisper struggled with memories of betrayal and horror, the night when the Order of the Eclipsed Hand breached the company's defenses, claiming her comrades one by one. But behind her dark elf eyes lurks a presence far more sinister than any could suspect. Was her very soul claimed by the darkness of the demon web pits? Now, as ancient factions converge upon Drakestide Cove, our heroes stand at the crossroads of fate, unaware of the predator in their midst, the corruption of their allies, and the gathering storm that threatens to consume them all. The shadows deepen, the web tightens, and the dice continue to roll. The infirmary is bathed in gentle morning light filtering through narrow windows. Medical supplies and enchanted healing items line the shelves. Thalia lies in bed, her face still bearing the faint marks of her ordeal. Jack Moonstrider sits beside her, while Malveth stands at the foot of the bed. Kithri and Lyra guard the doorway, with Little Horn, Krothar, Kaelin and Nali gathered just inside the room. In the wake of revelations that shook the very foundation of their trust, the companions gather around Thalia's bedside.
Now that we've established some truths, Thalia, who do you believe betrayed the company that night? You said a name before. I think I heard you say it was the gnome, Orlin Fellbraid.
It's not clear. I was drifting in and out of consciousness. I heard a male voice arguing with another. Draven or Orlin, I think, but my memories, they're fragmented like shattered glass. I was in and out of that dungeon for days. Nothing feels quite right.
Take your time, Thalia. Any detail could help us find who did this.
What about Haldor or Brega? Could either of them have been involved?
I don't believe it was Haldor. He was with me during our escape attempt. I saw him fall before me. I think he was dead in an instant. But other than Draven and Orlin arguing the one time, Brega, Elira, I never heard their voices in that place. I never saw them. Even now, I don't feel right, like something's been taken from me.
Malveth's hands glow with soft silvery light as he places them gently on Thalia's shoulders. The healing magic flows into her, mending wounds both visible and hidden. Yet there are some injuries no spell can heal, and some deceptions no magic can reveal.
This should ease your pain. Thank you for speaking with us. Thalia, rest now. Your body needs time to recover from whatever they did to you. Let's give her some space.
With a nod to Jack, Malveth rises and makes his way to the door, followed by Lyra, her footsteps silent as shadow. Kithri follows, her hand never straying far from her blade. In the hallway outside, Little Horn approaches Krothar and Nali, who have been waiting anxiously. Valeria's earlier coldness melting away in light of the morning's revelations.
The Order of the Aurelian Scales. I always thought they were just stories told to scare children and inspire bards. And now we learn they've been pulling the strings all along? I guess I've been too harsh on you, Krothar. With all this happening. That sword. Gravesunder seems like a small concern by comparison. I suppose there are more important things than my misgivings about your new friendship with that pretty vampire.
Wait, what happened while I was recovering? You two have been fighting. What is going on with this sword? What is going on with you, Krothar, and this vampire? I miss a few days and everything changes.
I will be more cautious around Lady Blackthorn, Little Horn. I never meant to upset you. All these secret societies and their political games. I'm here to help people, not to serve some hidden agenda. Or Lady Blackthorn.
That's our Krothar, always the hero, and you helped me when I needed it most. If you hadn't caught me when that Glimmerwind, whatever she is, attacked me, I wouldn't be standing here. Thank you for catching me when I fell. Not everyone would stand beneath a plummeting tabaxi.
Nali's small form almost disappears against Krothar's mountainous physique as she hugs him. Little Horn hesitates only a moment before joining them, her horns barely reaching Krothar's chest. The three stand in a moment of reconnection as Kaelin watches from a few paces away, an amused smirk playing across his shadowed features.
I'll join in, but I don't think there's room for me in that embrace. But for what it's worth, big man, I love you too.
Kaelin playfully slaps Krothar's muscular arm, offers a theatrical wink, and saunters away down the hall, his footsteps eerily silent against the stone floor, a reminder of his Shaddakai heritage and training. The moment of levity provides a brief respite from the weight of betrayal and ancient conspiracies that now hang over the company tower, like a thundercloud ready to unleash its fury. As the companions share this moment of reconnection, inside the infirmary, Thalia watches the closed door, her eyes briefly flashing with an inhuman intelligence before she schools her features back into the perfect mask of a wounded ally. The afternoon sun casts long shadows through the leaded windows of the company tower's upper study. Dust motes dance in the light, illuminating ancient tomes and scrolls that line the walls. Here, among the accumulated knowledge of centuries, Malveth and the Shaddakai twins have sequestered themselves with Kithri. The air is thick with unspoken questions until Malveth finally breaks the silence.
How long have you been a member of the Order of Aurelian Scales, Kithri?
Many years now. Since before most of you drew breath in this realm. I was among the few survivors of my people who crossed from the astral sea to Aethoria before the portal collapsed forever. Our band of astral knights stayed together, forging a reputation across these lands. We rode red dragons across the skies of Aethoria. A sight to behold, they said.
You all rode dragons? Actual dragons? I thought it was just you.
Dragildoin is more than a mount. She is family. Speaking of which, I need to touch base with her before much longer. I never go more than a week without speaking with her. When the Order found us. When I first met Valan Dareth.
The name hangs in the air like a spell. Even the twins, normally unimpressed by displays of power or prestige, exchange glances of surprise. Jack Moonstrider appears in the doorway, his arrival silent as shadow.
Each surviving knight who didn't abandon our cause serves the Scales now. The Order of the Aurelian Scales, we balance justice in a world that desperately needs it. We balance the scales for Aethoria.
I've thought of you as a warrior beyond compare, since our first meeting in the Vale of Shadows. This explains much.
Nearly a month ago, and yet it feels like years have passed.
Now I understand why the Raven Queen has shown such interest in your path, Kithri. The threads of fate rarely tangle by accident.
Some of the Scales walk Aethoria on clawed feet, hidden in velvet boots. There's more to tell, Malveth, but perhaps another time.
Kithri turns toward Jack, her expression shifting subtly. For someone unused to apology, the slight softening of her gaze speaks volumes. Malveth opens his mouth to speak, but Jack raises a hand, gently cutting him off with a nod.
There's no need for apologies. Your suspicions were well founded after witnessing my meeting with Glimmerwind, especially considering what happened to Nali. I can apologize for the deception, but not for the caution. With a traitor in our midst, I've learned that trusting too freely can be as dangerous as not trusting at all. Caution and boldness. Two traits I've found most difficult to balance throughout my years.
Jack, a question has been plaguing my mind since last night. What of the scrolls Thalia mentioned? The ones taken during the attack on the tower?
The scrolls of the Pale Sovereign. A wealth of arcane knowledge in the wrong hands. A catastrophe waiting to unfold. When wielded by the eclipsed hand, devastating. They were too valuable to destroy, yet too dangerous to exist. I regret now that we didn't find a way to unmake them, though their enchantments would have made that nearly impossible. They were created ages ago by the Pale Sovereign himself, before he passed into shadow and became something more than a man.
A demon lord of the abyss, the dark deity of undeath.
The mortal who mastered necromancy so completely, He transcended death itself.
Then it's as I suspected. The Order of the Eclipsed Hand serves the Pale Sovereign.
And now they have his scrolls. Knowledge written in his own hand, spells of such darkness that even speaking of them invites their malice.
Silence falls over the group, each lost in contemplation of what this means. The sunlight continues its slow journey across the floor, unaware of the darkness that threatens to engulf them all. And now let's pause for a brief moment. The dice are in motion, but before they land, let's take a quick detour to talk about how you can help keep the adventure alive.
Even the bravest adventurers need to rest. But while our heroes catch their breath, you can help keep their journey alive. Step beyond the story and join the adventure at daysofourdice.com, your portal to all things Days of Our Dice. Explore our treasure trove of exclusive merch, support the show on Ko-Fi or Patreon, and help forge the next chapter of this epic saga. Your support keeps the dice rolling, the fireballs flying, and the legends growing. So whether you grab a shirt, sip a Fireball Blend coffee, or simply spread the word, know that you're part of the story. Now, let's get back to the adventure.
The courtyard behind the company tower bathes in golden morning light. Ancient vines twist overhead, casting dappled shadows. Krothar Cloudwatcher stands alone, his imposing figure unnaturally still. Yet peace eludes Krothar, his knuckles whiten as he grips Gravesunder, the sword pulsing gently with an eerie, inviting coldness.
I sense your doubt, Krothar. Why resist the strength we could wield together? With my knowledge and your valor, no enemy could stand before us.
You promise much. Too much, perhaps. Every power comes with its price. I fear yours might be too high.
And yet you long to protect them, Little Horn, Nali, all your friends. Is not their safety worth any cost?
Krothar's eyes narrow with internal struggle. Before he can respond, the delicate sound of carriage wheels on cobblestone interrupts his dark musings. He turns sharply, wary. A magnificent obsidian carriage pulls up to the courtyard entrance. The vehicle gleams unnaturally, its surface rippling like liquid shadow in the sunlight. Two butlers stand at the reins. Their perfect posture and vigilant eyes betray their warrior training beneath the formal attire. Cordelia Blackthorn emerges from the carriage. Her dark gown shimmers with embedded jewels that catch the light like distant stars. She approaches confidently, but halts at an invisible boundary, her hand encountering unseen resistance.
Good morning, brave Krothar. Forgive my intrusion, but you seemed deeply troubled from afar.
Lady Blackthorn, Jack's ward holds, I see.
Cordelia presses her palm against the invisible barrier. Faint blue runes briefly illuminate where her hand touches.
Jack Moonstrider is a wise wizard indeed. His wards hold firm even against old friends. Still, I sense your distress. Gravesunder troubles you?
It speaks to me. Promises power, knowledge, things I'm not certain I should accept. Things that might protect my friends, but at what cost?
Gravesunder chose you, Krothar, because you are extraordinary. Weapons like that do not pick common men. It sees greatness in you just as I do.
Listen to her, champion. Greatness awaits us.
Krothar's jaw tightens, resisting the seductive whispers. The tower door creaks open. Little Horn emerges, her diminutive form casting a long shadow. Her curved horns gleam in the sunlight as her eyes narrow suspiciously at Cordelia.
Krothar, are you ready? The captain of the guard won't wait forever.
Ah, Little Horn, always vigilant. I've offered my assistance. Given recent events, a diplomatic presence might smooth things considerably.
Little Horn's eyes dart between Krothar and Cordelia, measuring the situation.
Very well. Just be careful, both of you.
Little Horn lingers, her posture tense. She gives Krothar a meaningful look, then eyeing Cordelia carefully before nodding a subtle approval, before retreating back into the tower, her tail twitching thoughtfully. Cordelia gestures toward her waiting carriage, the door swinging open of its own accord.
Come, we can speak freely on the way. Answers may await us, hidden in that ancient weapon you carry, and perhaps in your leader's silence.
Krothar steps through the ward boundary, which ripples like water as he passes. As he enters the carriage after Cordelia, Gravesunder emits a brief, satisfied hum. The carriage door closes with supernatural precision. The carriage departs, wheels crunching over ancient cobblestones, leaving the tower's protective shadow behind. Inside the carriage, shadows gather unnaturally in the corners despite the morning light. Plush velvet seats and gold filigree evoke a sense of opulence. Cordelia leans forward, her face half illuminated, her voice smooth as silk, eyes fixed keenly on Krothar.
Tell me truly, Krothar, has Gravesunder spoken of its past wielders? Its true origins?
Not clearly. It whispers of power, of protection, but little of its origins.
Then let me illuminate the shadows a little. Gravesunder was forged by tyrants, ancient kings who ruled by terror and magic. It devours souls not out of cruelty alone, but to grant strength and clarity to the one who wields it. It hungers for greatness and justice.
She speaks the truth.
Krothar's knuckles whiten around the hilt, conflicted.
Justice? From a weapon forged by tyrants?
Cordelia smiles, leaning closer. Her shadow on the carriage wall seems to grow larger than her physical form.
Even tyrants understand justice, my friend. They simply value their own above others. The sword itself is neutral. Its alignment reflects the bearer's heart. You, Krothar, wield Gravesunder not for your own glory, but for those you love. You can tame its hunger, channel it, protect those you care about.
Krothar sinks back into the plush seat, the weight of decision evident in his posture. Gravesunder falls silent, its glow steady and waiting.
Then it's settled. I'll wield this sword, but on my terms. And if Jack or anyone else threatens our safety, they'll face justice. My justice.
Precisely, my dear Krothar, precisely.
The carriage rolls through Drakestide Cove's bustling streets. Through the window, the company tower recedes in the distance, its protective wards glinting momentarily, then fading from view. Golden sunlight filters through narrow windows, casting elongated rectangles across the stone floor. Dust motes dance in the beams. The infirmary is quiet, save for the occasional clink of glass vials and soft breathing. Thalia lies on a bed, her face pallid. Perspiration beads on her forehead as she tosses slightly, murmuring unintelligible words. Jack Moonstrider sits nearby, a leather-bound tome open in his lap. His eyes drift from the pages to Thalia repeatedly, brow furrowed in concentration. His fingers absently trace the arcane symbols embroidered on his sleeve. The door creaks open slowly. Little Horn enters, her small horns catching the light as she hesitates at the threshold. Her tail swishes nervously behind her.
Jack? Is she awake yet?
Jack closes his book with deliberate care, placing a ribbon marker between the pages.
Not yet. Malveth's magic has given her some comfort. Rest will mend the rest, I hope.
I hope so too. There's something bothering me. Her story. The way she described the attack in captivity. There's something she isn't saying, or maybe something she can't remember clearly.
Little Horn, Jack, you're both here?
We are. How are you feeling? Thalia?
Better thanks to Malveth. Tired though. I'm glad you returned. There's something about you I can't seem to place.
Me? We've never met before, Thalia. At least not before we rescued you.
No, we haven't. But there's something familiar about your aura. Your magic. It's unique. Very old, isn't it? Almost primal?
I suppose I inherited it from my family.
Yes, from your bloodline. Tell me, Valeria, your family crest? It's draconic, isn't it? A black dragon.
A shiver runs down Little Horn's spine. Her eyes widen in shock and confusion. Jack watches carefully, sensing Thalia's pointed questions becoming far too intimate, too knowledgeable.
How could you know about my family crest? My family's history isn't common knowledge.
Thalia leans closer, her voice dropping to a whisper. The light behind her seems to dim unnaturally.
Sometimes things simply come to me, like whispers through a veil. You survived something terrible, didn't you? Fire and shadow. At a place called Gloomfire Manor.
Little Horn stumbles backward, her composure shattered. Her eyes unfocus as she's pulled into memory. Around her, the air shimmers with heat distortion. Back in the present, Little Horn trembles visibly. Jack steps protectively closer to her.
How do you know about that night?
Thalia, perhaps that's enough questions for now. You've had quite the ordeal and it's best not to push too hard too soon.
Forgive me. Sometimes these visions just come. It's overwhelming. I didn't mean to upset you, Little Horn.
It's fine. Just memories I'd rather forget.
Are you all right?
I think so. She just knew things. Things nobody here knows. Things only I survived.
I noticed. There is something off. I'll keep an eye on her, Valeria. I promise.
Thank you, Jack. I need a moment.
Little Horn exits quickly, her usual confident stride replaced by hurried, uncertain steps. The door closes with a soft thud behind her. Jack remains standing, watching Thalia. He approaches her bed slowly, studying her with intense scrutiny. He raises his hand, fingers glowing faintly with arcane energy, but stops short of touching her.
Who are you really, Thalia? And how do you know these things?
As Jack turns away, Thalia's eyelids crack open ever so slightly. The iris beneath glows momentarily with an otherworldly light, and a satisfied smile flickers across her lips before disappearing into practiced innocence. And so, dear listeners, the shadows deepen around our heroes, as secrets old and new threaten to unravel the very fabric of their world. With each revelation, the lines between friend and foe blur, and the spectre of betrayal looms ever larger on the horizon. As Krothar grapples with the seductive whispers of Gravesunder and the enigmatic influence of Cordelia Blackthorn, the seeds of doubt take root, threatening to divide the once unshakable bonds of the company. And in the heart of the tower itself, Thalia's strange knowledge and unsettling behavior hint at a darkness yet to be unveiled, a mystery that may hold the key to the fate of Drakestide Cove itself. Tune in next time to Days of Our Dice, as we delve ever deeper into the heart of the mystery and unravel the secrets that bind the heroes of Drakestide Cove to their inevitable destiny. Brave adventurers, your journey through the realms of Aethoria has only just begun. The echoes of battle may fade, but the call to adventure rings eternal. Will you answer that call? Will you delve deeper into the mysteries that await, unravel the secrets of the Draketide Coast, and face the darkness that threatens to consume all? The choice is yours, hero. Don't miss a single moment of this epic saga. Like this video to fuel the fires of adventure, and subscribe to our channel to ensure your place among the legends of Aethoria. Hit that notification bell, and you'll be the first to know when new episodes drop. Until next time, may your critical hits be many and your fumbles few.